This is your boy Tias. Back again with another interesting topic, which is filming advice. Now, I'm sure you have received a lot of filming advice. You watch a lot of short videos that will tell you almost the same thing over and over. Okay, about filming advice. That is, get a camera and go film. And truly, what do I think of this advice? Oh, well, I'll tell you what I think of the advice. I think the advice is brilliant. Okay, but had you asked me the same thing before I even started filming my first film, I would I would actually question it. All right, but then what happened is I started applying the advice myself, and then I realized it actually works. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Uh, you can read 1,000 books, right, on how to drive, but if you've never driven before in your life, the books are useless. Okay, you can read 1,000 books on how to fix a car. Okay, but that doesn't make you a mechanic. All right, you can read 1,000 books on how to cook. That doesn't make you a chef or a perfect cook. All right, the only way you can learn, okay, to cook, or you can learn how to fix a car, it's by getting there, getting down there, getting your hands dirty, and start fixing a car. All right, the only way you can learn how to drive is get inside a car, get somebody to teach you, okay, and start driving. All right, because you'll realize that what you actually read on books and what you experience when you start doing something, it's not really the same. All right, yes, the applications are the same. The what did we tell you is one some of the things you will find in the car. Okay, most of the things actually. But when you come to filming, all right, you can read 1,000 books, all right, but then if you've never really been on set, okay, or actually acted or directed, you're not really exposed to the whole entire thing. Okay, what I noticed is I started reading a lot of books, okay, about filming. Okay, since I'm a scriptwriter, I started this industry as a scriptwriter. Okay, so I wrote my first script, and then I sent it to a few people. They read it, they loved it, and then I started writing more and more. Okay, and then I realized, okay, this industry as a scriptwriter, it's quite a bit of a process because you gotta get directed. So I actually realized, let's get into directing because it sounded interesting to me. So I started directing. Okay, I read a lot of books about being a director and stuff. Okay, but then it's when I started to direct films that I realized I was like, okay, most of the things I read in the book, but some of the things I read in the book and I started applying, I realized, okay, I know the book said this, but I think I love doing it this way. Do you understand? It's when you start applying things that you realize, okay, the book had a point, but I think I can take what they said and apply it in this particular way. All right. So the best way when they tell you like take a camera and go film. That's what they're simply trying to say is get yourself exposed to the industry, get yourself exposed to what's in there. All right, because you have to understand what you see on set. And okay, let me put it this way: what you thought was what's happening on set. Because when you're reading a book, okay, you get this picture in your head, and then you think, okay, this is how it is, is how it is. But when you get there, you realize, okay, it is almost like that, but more intense, or it is almost like that, but more simpler. Okay, it just depends on how you actually found it. Because for myself, okay, I took a few courses on, most of them were online courses, which were short courses. So I took those courses, and then I had this picture in my head. Was like, wow, so being on set should be like this and this and this. So I started watching a lot of behind the scene videos, and then that gave me a picture of what was going on. But when I went in, that's when I realized, like, okay, all right, it's more of this than that. So what they're saying is get a camera, should get a camera and go shoot. That is the best advice I can tell you. Okay, if you have a short script, whatever, a short film script, or just a snippet, just something like a synopsis. Okay, even if it means shooting with your phone, take your phone and start shooting. Okay, you'll realize, you'll get the gist of it, you get the adrenaline, and then believe me, that'll be the best thing you'll ever do. So the best advice when it comes to filmmaking, whether you're a director, producer, or a DOP, get a film and start shooting. That is the best advice ever. Okay, because it got me to where I am. After filming about, we just finished filming our third film. Okay, now that's, I'm excluding all the short films that we counted. I'm just including all the feature films, because I think we've shot about 10 short films, which was great, very interesting. That's how my first film was actually a short film. It lasted about 20 minutes, 20 15 minutes, yeah. Okay, 15 minutes actually, excluding the credits and all the other things we put in the end. But starting with a short film is the best thing. So if you'd ask me what is the best advice, I'll tell you, listen to the professional filmmakers who will tell you, and they'll tell you the same thing. Get a camera and go shoot. All right. Write a short script, even though you're not a script writer, but write a simple story. Even if it's not really in the script or screenplay format, make it very interesting. Can just be almost like a synopsis. Uh, that's something interesting, and start shooting right away. Okay. This is your boy Cheers. If you wanna become a filmmaker or anything, I'll tell you now. The big producers are right. The big cinematographers are right. Okay, the big guys who've been in the industry for a long time. Okay, get a camera and start shooting. See you on the next one. Peace.